Do you owe NSFAS? Has NSFAS ever helped you pay your tuition fees? Or you are still waiting, hoping that NSFAS will come through before it's too late? Good evening, bunnies. So tonight we're talking about NSFAS. Right now, thousands of students across South Africa are in financial limbo. Why is this happening? It's all because the National Student Financial Aid Scheme has revealed it has 10.6 billion budget shortfall for 2025 academic year. Yes, you heard me clear. 10.6 billion. That's not a small gap. That's an entire future of education for thousands and thousands of young people hanging by a thread. That's what is happening to them right now. They are hanging by a thread. This shortfall has already prevented some students from registering for the second semester, while others whose data came after the 31st March cutoff are left stranded. So it's bad, bad, bad. Imagine being accepted to study, registering, getting your hopes high, only to be told there is no money left for you. So sad, because their family was happy that you're finally going into the higher institution of your choice, and boom, there's no money for you. Because here's an explanation from the CEO Wasim Karim and the board chairperson Karen Stender. They did admit that the scheme is facing major issues. Karim then also said they have 39 billion allocation for the university sector, and they already have dispersed almost 73% of that, which is about 29 billion, but they still face a shortfall of 10.6 billion. So 73% gone, billions already spent, but still not enough. The question is, was the budget ever realistic to begin with? Standa explained the shortfall is due to more students qualifying for higher education, which is a good news that we have more students qualifying, and the cost of living crisis, which expanded eligibility. More people now are eligible to get the fund, and the fund is being promised to a lot of people without resources. In other words, too many students, not enough money, and the government support shrinking in real terms. There's no support coming from the government. But isn't this exactly what NSFAS was designed to handle? Also, a lot of people did weigh into this, such as also Homi Khetswe Masike, a youth leader from the Mayibuye, warned this shortfall will kill the dreams of students, especially those in demanding career fields, and also killing the future of the country in the process. And he's right. A medical student, an engineer, a lawyer, these careers demand full focus. How do you focus when you don't even know if you are allowed to be in class the next semester? It's very, very bad. Bad, bad, bad. Karim also added that NSFAS is still owing 45, or is being owed 45 billion by students who took loans before 2018. He said many of them are now employed and they must pay back not just their debt, but their debt to society, as he claims that this money is going to fund other students. But here's the debate. Should education come with a lifetime bill, or should government see to it as an investment, not a loan? If the state can bail out ESCOM, why can't it bail out its students, its future? Since 2022, NSFAS has been paying over 2.5 million a month on offices in Cape Town. Imagine, for offices, 2.5 million a month, and yet they don't have money for students. That contract now is under investigations by the Special Investigating Unit, SIU, with plans to relocate to Pretoria. They're also like, hey, we want to move out. 2.5 billion a month while students can't register. But they are also saying there's no money. Hey, where are the priorities here? Who's the priority here? The right way of thinking sometimes. Over 87 students have appealed and no response. More than 5,000 are still unresolved. 14.7 thousand rejected, and they are not going to get registration for the second semester. So even when students do everything right, submit documents on time, fight for their place, they are still left in limbo. This is a bad country. I don't know what's happening. Is the government? It's been inefficient, right? But is it because now the government, there's going to be a change, or there's a change in the government? We don't know. On top of that, landlords are demanding 62 million in unpaid accommodation fees dating back to 2024. Private Student Housing Association is threatening legal actions. They have to pay. They utilize the buildings. So here we are. Students can't register, landlords aren't being paid. NSFAS says it's broke, but money is still flowing into luxury office rentals. Questionable contracts. They still have to investigate those contracts rather than just redirecting the money into the right place. So we are here, right? And you may be asking yourself, so what now? Is it fair to force graduates to pay NSFAS back when the system itself is broken? Why is NSFAS not a full grant program in the first place? And most importantly, if education is the key to the future, why are we locking students out with debt, corruption, and delays? Seemingly, they are not a real future for the country. This is not just about budgets. This is about broken trust. We can no longer trust the current government. This is about accountability, which is lacking in the current government. And thus is about the future of South Africa and the future of South Africa's education. And this is bad. There must be a change. Something needs to be done. But if you have anything to say, please do comment down below. Let's talk. This is your host, Bunny Kandondo, and thank you for watching. See you next time.